The moment the Wimbledon draw was unveiled, the atmosphere across the tennis world changed instantly. Fans, analysts, former champions, and sports media all began studying the brackets, searching for the biggest stories that could unfold over the next 2 weeks. Every Grand Slam produces compelling matchups, but this year's draw delivered something that almost no one expected, a potential showdown that seemed to bridge two completely different eras of tennis. On one side stood one of the greatest champions the sport has ever known, a player whose achievements had redefined women's tennis for more than 2 decades. 23 Grand Slam singles titles, 7 Wimbledon championships, hundreds of weeks spent at the top of the rankings. A legacy built on power, determination, and an ability to rise to the occasion on the biggest stages. After years away from singles competition, Serena Williams was preparing for an extraordinary return. On the other side stood a player whose journey represented the future of the sport. At just 21 years old, Alex Eala had already accomplished what no Filipino tennis player had achieved before. Through determination, disciplined training, and impressive performances against some of the world's best competitors, she had become the first player from the Philippines in the Open era to earn a Grand Slam singles seeding. The possibility of those two careers intersecting at Wimbledon immediately became one of the tournament's biggest talking points. For tennis fans, it represented much more than a potential second-round match. It symbolized 2 generations meeting on one of the sport's most iconic stages. One athlete had already built a legendary career that inspired millions around the world. The other was just beginning what many believed could become an equally remarkable journey. As the draw circulated across social media and sports broadcasts, excitement grew by the hour. Commentators debated how the matchup might unfold. Former professionals offered their opinions. Fans imagined what it would be like to see a young star who had grown up watching Serena Williams now standing across the net from her at Wimbledon. The story almost seemed too perfect to be real. Yet before anyone could think about that dream matchup, both players first had important work to do. Neither place in the second round was guaranteed. Both still had opening matches to win. That reality reflected one of the most important truths in professional tennis. Grand Slam tournaments reward preparation, consistency, and execution, not reputation. Every player in the draw has earned the right to compete. Every match begins at love all. No amount of history guarantees success once the first serve is struck. Still, Serena Williams' return remained one of the most remarkable stories of the season. Nearly 4 years had passed since her last appearance in Grand Slam singles competition. During that time, tennis had continued evolving. New champions emerged. Young stars climbed the rankings. The pace of the modern game continued to increase. Many wondered whether anyone could successfully return after such a lengthy absence, particularly at the age of 44. Yet Serena had never built her career by following conventional expectations. Throughout more than 2 decades at the highest level, she repeatedly achieved what many considered impossible. She transformed women's tennis with her athleticism. She inspired generations of young athletes around the world. She won major championships across multiple eras while adapting her game to new rivals and changing styles of play. Because of that remarkable history, her return generated worldwide attention. Her preparation began carefully. Rather than immediately returning to singles competition, she first competed in doubles events to rebuild rhythm, timing, and confidence on court. Those appearances allowed fans to see glimpses of the competitive fire that had defined her entire career. Every powerful serve, every determined sprint, every celebration after a well-earned point reminded spectators why Serena Williams remained one of the most recognizable athletes in sporting history. Then came the announcement everyone had been waiting for. Wimbledon awarded Serena Williams a singles wild card. The news spread rapidly across international sports media. Supporters celebrated the opportunity to watch one of the greatest champions return to the grass courts where she had created so many unforgettable memories. Analysts immediately began evaluating her potential path through the tournament. Most agreed on one point. Regardless of results, her presence alone made Wimbledon even more compelling. Meanwhile, Alex Eala was experiencing a very different journey. She wasn't returning to the spotlight. She was entering it. Her recent performances had transformed the perception of her career. Only weeks earlier, she had produced one of the strongest stretches of tennis of her young professional career during the grass court season. Each tournament brought another milestone. Each victory attracted new attention. Each successful performance reinforced the growing belief that she belonged among the rising stars of women's tennis. Her breakthrough began at Birmingham, competing with confidence on one of the port's fastest surfaces. Eala captured her first professional grass court title after a series of determined performances. The championship was significant not only because of the trophy itself, but because it demonstrated her ability to adapt to grass, traditionally considered one of tennis' most demanding surfaces. Grass rewards quick decision-making. Movement must be precise. Points develop rapidly. Mistakes are often punished immediately. Many talented players require years to master its unique challenges. Eala adapted with remarkable speed. She trusted her aggressive game. She moved confidently. She competed with growing maturity. The Birmingham title immediately changed the conversation surrounding her season. No longer was she viewed simply as an exciting young prospect. She had become a legitimate threat capable of competing deep into important tournaments. That confidence carried into the following weeks. At Queen's Club, she continued gaining valuable experience against strong opposition. Although her run ended earlier than she hoped, the tournament provided another opportunity to sharpen her game before the biggest event of the grass court calendar. Then came Berlin. Few expected what would happen next. Entering the tournament as a wild card, Eala faced an exceptionally difficult draw filled with established stars. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, she embraced the challenge. Her opening performances demonstrated composure beyond her years. She remained patient during difficult rallies. She trusted her shot selection. Most importantly, she refused to be intimidated by reputation. One victory led to another. Soon she found herself competing against some of the highest-ranked players in the world. When she defeated Donna Vekic, many observers considered it another impressive result in a rapidly improving season. Then came an even greater challenge. Waiting across the net was Elena Rybakina, one of the most accomplished players on tour and a former Wimbledon champion. Pre-match predictions overwhelmingly favored the higher-ranked player, but rankings alone cannot decide matches. From the opening games, Eala displayed confidence, resilience, and tactical discipline. Even after facing difficult moments early in the contest, she remained composed. Point by point, game by game, she gradually shifted the momentum in her favor. When the final point ended, one of the tournament's biggest surprises had become reality. Alex Eala had defeated one of the world's very best players. Suddenly, the tennis world was paying even closer attention. Yet her remarkable week was far from over. Instead of celebrating that victory for long, she immediately turned her focus toward the next challenge, another top-ranked opponent waiting on the opposite side of the net. It was becoming increasingly clear that Alex Eala's rise was no longer based on potential alone. She was proving it where it mattered most, on the court, against elite competition under the brightest lights. As Wimbledon approached, that growing momentum would soon place her on a collision course with one of the greatest champions the sport had ever seen. And for fans around the world, the anticipation was only beginning. By the time Alex Eala reached the latter stages of the Berlin tournament, it was becoming increasingly difficult for the tennis world to dismiss her performances as a fortunate run. Every match added another layer of confidence to her game, and every victory reinforced the belief that she belonged among the sport's emerging stars. The Berlin event featured one of the strongest fields of the grass court season. Established champions, Grand Slam winners, and top-ranked players all viewed the tournament as a crucial opportunity to prepare for Wimbledon. Every match carried significance because it offered valuable experience on the surface, where the season's biggest prize would soon be contested. For Eala, however, Berlin became much more than preparation. It became a statement. Her victory over Elena Rybakina had already captured international attention. Tennis analysts praised her composure under pressure, her intelligent shot selection, and her ability to remain aggressive without taking unnecessary risks. Defeating a former Wimbledon champion on grass is an accomplishment that immediately earns respect throughout the professional tour. Still, another enormous challenge awaited. Standing across the net in the next round was Alina Svitolina, one of the most experienced competitors on the WTA Tour. Known for her consistency, speed, and defensive skills, Svitolina had frustrated countless opponents throughout her career. Breaking through her defenses required patience, precision, and the willingness to stay mentally strong during long rallies. Many believed Eala's remarkable run would finally come to an end. Instead, she delivered another composed performance. From the opening games, she played with confidence, refusing to allow the occasion to overwhelm her. She mixed powerful ground strokes with intelligent court positioning, forcing Svitolina to defend rather than dictate the rallies. Every service hold built momentum, and every successful return increased the pressure on her opponent. When the match ended, the result sent another wave of excitement through the tennis community. Alex Eala had defeated another top 10 player. Within just a few days, she had recorded victories over two of the world's elite competitors on grass, arguably the most challenging surface in professional tennis. The significance of those victories extended far beyond ranking points. They proved that her success was sustainable. She wasn't relying on luck. She wasn't benefiting from favorable draws. She was earning every victory against some of the toughest competition in the world. As news of her remarkable run spread, supporters throughout the Philippines celebrated each milestone. Social media, filled with messages of